So, Laurie, we have a distillery that we are familiar with, but a new bottling for us, Nc'nean Cask Strength.
Yeah.
What's your past with Nc'nean? What's your thoughts?
Consistently very, very good.
Yeah.
I think they've got a fantastic ethos. I think their spirit's very good. Cask selection's great. Everything about them is a thumbs up.
Yeah, for a new distillery, genuinely eye-catching, trying to do stuff a little bit different, incredibly remote. This
Is that a good thing?
I think so. Look, I think Nc'nean and Ardnamurchan, you've got an appeal because there's nothing else near you.
That's true.
And so if people are going to go up to the distillery, they're going to be fanatical. You don't pass Nc'nean by accident.
Desperate for a coffee shop.
This one is bottled at 59%.
Okay.
And we've had Nc'nean in single cask form, as well as Huntress, and as well as their Quiet Rebels series.
Yep.
So this one, I imagine, is going to be a core range, it's going to be around for a long time. Batch system, or maybe a yearly system. This one says Cask Strength MN21.
Yeah, they've got an elaborate system.
Okay,
I remember speaking to them a few times and they said, no, like, we do have a system, but nobody really knows what it is.
Yeah.
Like, a few people know, but it's not overly significant. I think they are very good at keeping it consistent batch to batch.
And again, on their Cask Strength bottling, we've got a highball recipe. So it'll be a pretty punchy highball, but again, so forward thinking, genuinely different. I'm looking forward to trying it. So
Yeah, you've always been impressed by Nc'nean.
I'm very easy pleased, Laurie. It's one of these things that once we tried the red wine STR cask, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll pay more attention to this because single cask is hard because it doesn't necessarily represent the distillery all that well.
Yeah.
But that was delicious, and we've done a couple of videos since, and I've been really, really happy with what I've tasted.
I think it's probably a distillery we've featured. Obviously, Macallan's a bit different. We've done a lot of them. We've done, say, a load of Wireworks.
Yeah.
We always say, we've never had a bad Wireworks. I feel like Nc'nean's
In
that same
It's probably
category.
quite a good comparison.
Thanks.
Whenever we try, you're very welcome. Whenever we try a new Wireworks, I'm waiting for the moment where I go, okay, this one isn't for me. And I think with that, it's also because they've got that lightly peated spirit. Whereas on paper, I should like Nc'nean.
Yeah.
How's the nose for you? The Cask Strength? Do you get the alcohol straight away?
Not really, actually. I think there's a lot of nice familiarity. I used to have a bottle of the organic, I think it was batch 6 or something, which was pleasant, and it was always, always one of those whiskies that was 7 or 8 out of 10. It was always very, very good. It's not too prickly.
No, I went to swirl it around and put it up my nose by accident, which is not the way to nose whiskey.
Yeah. Not for snorting.
But it's got loads of kind of stone fruits, like what a previous expression we've had. Is it coastal? I always think
the distillery itself?
No,
I don't think it's not.
I always think the nose is kind of coastal, but maybe it's just a freshness.
Yeah.
In terms of,
Certainly not in the same way as, Palate and
Yeah.
Talisker and Lechig and stuff. It's not like that.
the terms of the casks here, the maturation, we're not told anything on the bottle. Would you have any kind of assumption from the colour and nose?
Probably predominantly American oak.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'd say maybe a touch of STR, maybe a touch of virgin oak in there. I wouldn't say there's any strong PX Oloroso port. I don't think there's any of that coming into it.
No, I agree. Oh, wow.
The palate?
I really like the palate.
Prickly?
Much sweeter.
Okay.
Much sweeter than the nose. It's really nice. It's warming. There is spice. I wouldn't say it's straight up alcohol, but it's slightly more viscous and rich on the palate than I anticipated from the nose.
I think it's got a lovely sort of elegant feel to it. I think because 59% is a lot. And there's been some drams I've had at that strength, even less than that strength. And you can feel it every millimetre on the way down. It feels like you're being set alight. This has got a lovely elegance, delicate finish to it.
With it being the Cask Strength release, would you add some water to it?
I'd be hesitant.
Because you like it neat?
Because I like it so much as it is. And I've made that mistake many times before. It's always easier to add more water. It's impossible to take water out.
But it is, for non-age statement Cask Strength whiskies, I feel like it's a reasonably competitive market now. But for new distilleries, Nc'nean, I think have mastered it. It's really, really good.
Yeah. Do you think it tastes young if you're to
Yes and
hazard
no.
a guess at an age.
I would say it does taste young, but I don't think it's a negative. Yeah. I really don't think it's a negative. I think, as we've discussed on previous video, trying Nc'nean, the spirit comes through. But I do far prefer the palate to the nose in this one, which is really interesting.
I think it's good. I think it's fair priced as well. I can't remember the exact price. It's maybe like 75, 80 quid.
Yeah.
Which
for cask strength whiskey, you got
cask strength whiskey with a sufficient age. Cask type we don't know for sure, but it's got plenty of flavour, plenty of distillery DNA.
Yeah, really interesting to try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Bevvy content. We want to hear what you think, your best whiskey experiences, the whiskies you want us to try. It's a really exciting journey we're on, so make sure to join us. Download the Bevvy app on Google Play and App Store to keep track of your whiskey journey, connect with your whiskey friends, keep track of your favourites, anything you could ever want to do with whiskey, all in one place. It's the definitive whiskey companion.